Well, hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I just got done filming my open box for my 2018 planners, but I figured I would do a walkthrough of my actual planners that I purchased. I didn't want that video to be super long, and honestly, some people just want to know like what I got versus actually looking inside of the planners, because honestly some of the stuff has been out for a while, so you know, whatever. So anyway, I wanted to show a little bit of an in-depth thing. I will link the open box down below for you guys if you want to see any of these products a little bit clearer. So this is that planning pack. I'm just gonna set that off to the side because it has nothing to do with this video. This is my 2018 planner that I'm using for this upcoming year, and then this is my YouTube planner that I'll be using. I'm gonna go into this one first, and then I'll go into the YouTube planner afterwards. All right, so first things first, I have the ever handy ruler. There's always this little thing that says protective film is removable, so you can take this little blue tinted thing and remove it. So I'm gonna do that now. And honestly, I don't really use these that often, so I'm gonna set that off to the side. And let me zoom you guys in and then I'll show a little bit more. Trying to get this pretty well centered. Okay, perfect. All right, so the cover that I chose is the Painted Petals version in a non-personalized version. I didn't really know what I wanted to write on there. I didn't really want to write my name because I don't know, I don't really care to write my name. You get a little pouch. I'll go over the contents as well. So you get this little Erin Condren thing. It's like a little, obviously it's from Erin Condren. Wow, why did I say that? It has like a little 3M adhesive, so you can like plop this somewhere in your planner. I don't know. I never use them, so I'm gonna set that off to the side. I know it's been, what, 2 years that they've done that, and I've never used it. So, yeah. All right, so let's pull all the things out. I don't like this, that it's on here. It bugs me. Pull this off right now. Like, I understand they want to, like, tell us what it's all about, but that thing bothers me so much. Anyway, but it's got like a nice slide. I do like these, and I use these for other things. I don't actually use this inside of my planner whatsoever. These are those little compliment cards, which I love. I know a lot of people say that they use these in like little gift tags or something like that, or just, you know, to put little notes for like teachers' gifts or something like that. What I actually really like to use with this is to give rolls of like washi samples, and I just kind of like roll them around it. So I put like 2 or 3 samples on a card, and it just makes my life really easy. So I do hang on to these, but I use them for something very different. All right, and this is a 20% off coupon. I'm not gonna open it because I probably will use this. There are, yep, 2 coupons in here, and they expire at the end of the year. So that's always exciting. So set that off to the side because I'll use it. This is new this year, where they have these InkJoy stickers. So just like a 2 different ones, the Painted Petals, and then like I think this is called like the confetti or confetti dots, which is nice. And then also like a happy birthday 2 that's nice, because I feel like people can actually use these. I don't know, I like that. And then there's also a little card to tell you, you know, how to use certain things. So that's nice, especially if you're new to the Erin Condren products and you're not really sure what to do with certain things. All right, so I'm gonna put all this off to the side, trying to move things as I go. All right, let me move those up so they're not in the frame. All right, so then you have the Vellum Sheet, and I got the colorful this year. And the reason I got the colorful is honestly, I was watching all of the information come through as people were going to go wild this year in Nashville. And although the Painted Petals is not my favorite of all of the different design releases that they've had in years past, I really don't like the neutral version. And the reason I don't like it is because it just looks like Dalmatian spots. That's what it looks like to me. I don't know about you guys, but I just didn't like it. So I decided to go with colorful this year just because, I don't know. I wish it had a little bit more of a specific design to it. That's just me personally. But that's why I decided to go with colorful, because the neutral, it just looked like I don't know. It just looked undone. But anyway, if the neutral is up your alley and you love the black, you go girl, you know? So anyway, this is just the front page. It says the hourly layout, this is my life. I did do like a little test with the new paper tape, which is actually right over here. I did get the Painted Petals version, and I did this in my last video, which is linked down below for you guys. But anyway, I'll put my name or not there. So anyway, there's a couple of pages with the little quotes and whatnot, and this is 2017, 2018. So it has kind of the year at a glance. What I do with my planner every year is I do everything in year form because I don't have any kids. I don't have like a school system. I know it's really helpful if you have like a July through June, if like you have children or you're like a teacher or something, because it's kind of how your brain works. My brain works from January 1 to December 31. So I always get a 12-month and it always starts on January 1st. So that's just how my brain works. I know this year, which was actually a really nice feature, is they opted in for having a 12-month version that went from July 1st to the end of June, which I think was really nice because a lot of times you'd have to like the additional months for an additional $5, which some people might want to do for the 18 months, or some people just want a 12-month because they know next year they're gonna end up getting the new planner anyways. So I thought that was really nice, and honestly, I haven't really seen a lot of people get the 18-month planner, to be completely honest. So I think that's kind of a cool feature. I like this for just like marking like days off or marking vacation, or, you know, if you wanna mark, you know, when your bills are due, or, you know, I don't know. It's just like a cool little page, which I like. This I never use. There's always a version of this in every planner, I feel like, but I don't know. There's always like 12 boxes or 12 little sections to write certain things. Like, I know people do it for like goal setting or birthdays and things like that. I just never end up using it. So to me, I can take it or leave it. But, and then here starts in January. So before the month, there is this new page, which actually I have my current planner right here. So let's look at January. So this is what they had before. Let me kind of, here, we'll go like this. So before the month, this is the hourly of 2017 right now. They just had like a lined page before. And this year what they're doing is they're bringing back a little bit more like color saturation versus this situation. And then making it a little bit more structured on the left-hand side. I haven't really seen a lot of people use this for anything specific because obviously, you know, the kind of the year hasn't started yet, especially even for the people that are using it in June. And I haven't really seen a lot of people use this left-hand side yet because obviously people are just getting their planners now. And I'm sure as the year progresses, especially come July when the new planners start, we'll see a lot of people's different like creativities, you know, happen on this other page. But you know, I don't know how I'm gonna use this. I might not even use it. It's very, very possible. I never used the just regular lined page before anyway. So a big difference is the paper quality is very different this year. The tabbed pages are more of like a cardstock material this year. I do like that, but then the regular pages are thicker. So like feeling the difference, like this is, you know, obviously this, it's different, but like this to me is like very flimsy on this one, and then this one just, I don't know, it feels thicker. It doesn't feel silkier. It's still like a little bit gritty, which I kind of like, just because I feel like your pen is gonna like saturate it a little bit better maybe. But yeah, so I don't know, I like the quality, and it feels very, very nice. So here's January 1, which I'm very excited it starts on a Monday because that makes my little like organizational heart happy. And this is another reason why I chose the colorful, is that there are these just kind of like random dots throughout the weekly spreads. And to me, the little black and gray dots ended up looking like a Dalmatian, I felt like. But let me show you guys like this year. This is what this year's looked like in the hourly, where there was absolutely no decoration. And this is a neutral, so this is like the black one. And it only had just a little bit of coloration in these little watercolor flags, and that was it. So even though mid-century circles was this year, was like the theme, they didn't kind of overdo it in the spread. I don't know. I ended up going with the colorful just for that reason. And I don't really mind the colors too much. So anyway, there's January, and then February, and then what the heck? This like looks really different. Oh wow, yeah, that looks really different. Okay, so this looks super different, and this is all just like one color. Strange. All right, what is, oh, okay. Well, I guess January is just a funny month where it has like all the colors in it. Interesting. All right, very cool. But yeah, I feel like the color saturation is really nice on there. I like that they laminate the tabs still. And it looks like the lamination on the tabs is so much better than years past. Yeah, I'm even looking at my neutral hourly off camera here and it doesn't look as nice. But yeah, the color saturation I really like. I like that they did the scripted monthly in the colorful version. I know in the colorful last year they didn't do like the scripted stuff that was in the hourly. They kind of had like two different fonts going on, which was kind of confusing. But I do really like that. And then let's get into the back of the book, because that's always an interesting place to go. All right, and then this goes, oh wow, you get like a whole nother week. So December 31st is on a Monday, so then you have the entire week of till January 6th over here of 2018. But again, I really like this paper. It does feel gritty, but it feels so much thicker. So I think that's gonna be a nice feature. All right, so I've heard a lot of comments about the notes pages, how there's not a lot of notes pages, and I'm sure they had to delete some stuff just because the paper quality is so much thicker, so they probably can't fit as many pages into the life planners this year. But you get 1, 2, 3, and then these 2 pages are thicker. They're more of like that cardstock because it's a tabbed page. And then you get 4 pages of lined. And then you get 1, 2, 3, 4 pages of the graph paper. And then it goes into the weird coloring pages, which, you know, I'm all about these trendy coloring pages, but the last thing I want to do in my planner is color. I mean, I'm just trying to be honest here. I could really do without these, and I know some people have complained that they like to use their notes pages for, you know, tracking certain things, or tracking your savings, or tracking, you know, illnesses like children's doctor's visits, prescriptions, like lots of different things. And I feel like these colorful pages, you know, I think this would actually be a great idea if it was like a standalone thing, that they did a whole book, which they do have a coloring book, by the way, but they did a whole book of just coloring pages. Like, that would make more sense, because I will never use this. I will never use any of these, and I'm actually gonna use this for something in just a minute, but I'll show you guys later. And then you have the calendar for 2019, which I like, because then you can put like, you know, travel or other things that are happening, you know, make any notes like in the coming year, which I think is really helpful. And then, this is probably like my favorite little section over here. This is the very end of the planner, and then there are these beautiful, beautiful sticker pages, which are all foiled in all different colors. So the foil colors that Erin Condren decides to choose are the silver, gold, and rose gold. I chose a silver coil. I've always, well, you know, one year, I think my first year, I ended up doing a gold coil, and I kind of regretted it. But I do like the gold. However, silver is easy for me because honestly, silver tends to not have any of the like the chipping issues and things like that that I've heard about. Everyone that got their planner so far that I've seen on social media hasn't complained about their coil or anything. You know what I would really love though, is if Erin Condren did copper. So like, you all know I'm not a huge fan of rose gold, but I love gold, but like gold and rose gold together is kind of like a coppery color. I would love if they did copper. I think that would be so cool. Like the color of a penny, you know? Like, I think that's such a nice color. And I feel like that would be like a really cool addition. But anyway, that's just me wishing and dreaming here. But I love the upgrade to the stickers this year. I think these are so pretty and very, very functional, because some of the other ones that they had before, some of the pre-printed ones they had before, it was like, you know, who's ever gonna use some of these? You know, I use a lot of the other ones in my like work calendar because they're like just free stickers and I have them. But I love these and I feel like I'd actually get some use out of them, which is great. And then right here are all of the different months colors. So we have January, February, March, April, May, June, you know, and it goes on from there. And then again, with all of the coordinating colors, and they all have different foil color choices too, which is really neat. So it's got a bunch of icons, and then these say like happy birthday, celebrate, to do, and then reminder. And then over here are kind of more of the standard stickers that are a little bit different than last year. Last year they were more of like a flag look that had a little asterisk, but they weren't white in the center. And then right here, these are the ones that are more of that like flag look, if you guys can see where my thumb is. The little record button is in my way, so I can't really see myself, but I will definitely end up using these. And then after this is the last page that has the little pocket right here, which is nice. And then over onto this side, there's another little pocket, which I wish that they would have like 2 larger pockets like this. I know they've done this for what, 2 years in a row now with the low pocket, but I tend to not use these because they end up, I don't know, I just feel like things can just pop out of them easily. I mean, they can pop out easily here too, but just my opinion. But this is the perpetual calendar. I never end up using these, so I end up always racking them. So I'm gonna put that off to the side for a rack for later. And then here is the last page, and this is the back cover, and I didn't obviously get it personalized like before. And just one thing to point out this year, for whatever reason, Erin Condren is doing these little barcodes on them. I've heard it's because of quality control issues, but I don't really know why. They chose to put it right there. Like especially, I know a lot of people use this for, you know, listing and grocery lists and things like that. So, I mean, it just looks kind of funny, the placing that they decided to put it right there. It actually would have been like more convenient over to like the left-hand side over here or even over here. But you know, maybe they needed to use it for something that had like a white background. I don't know, but it's just very interesting. I mean, it really doesn't bother me because I don't use them, but I know it's bothered a lot of people that have voiced their concerns on the interwebs. But anyway, this is my 2018 hourly planner. And I'm gonna quickly go into my vertical planner for you guys. I know this video is gonna be very, very long and I apologize, but the vertical planner I'm not gonna get too into because I kinda did most of my blabbing about this one, but I do wanna show you the layout and the color saturation and everything in the vertical. So let's get right into that. Okay, so this is my vertical planner for this upcoming year in 2018. Again, I have one of these bad boys, so I'm gonna rip this off because I need to take that off there. I'll put this over to the side. And yes, I do use a planner for my YouTube stuff. I've never really shown it on camera before, but I will probably end up doing like a walkthrough at the end of the year. I've been using one consistently in 2017, and I know I wanted to use one in 2018 as well. So I chose this is a new cover for this year. I ended up just using the one that they already had. I didn't use a specific colorway at all, but it has like the navy background. I just wrote favorite daughter Emily 2018. And let's go like this. This has all the same stuff in the pouch. All right, so in this one, I also got a colorful, which is why you have the painted petals in a colorful right there. And then the way my brain works for this stuff too is also January 1 to December 31. All the front stuff is still the same, and all of the pages on the left-hand side going into the month are the same as well. So the monthly view is still the same. The monthly view I feel like is a whole lot cleaner than last year's. I just feel like they've like streamlined it a little bit more and let people decide what they want to do for their planners and not really telling them what they need to do in their planners, which I think is nice because we draw so much inspiration from each other, whether it be YouTube videos or Instagram or Facebook posts or things like that you kind of need to try out some different styles. And I know I'm still trying out some different styles too, even though I've been doing this for a while. And I know a lot of people have, you know, a lot of you guys have reached out to me and said, oh, you've inspired me to do this with my planner or that with my planner, which by the way, I'm super grateful that you guys reach out to me and tell me that. But a lot of times they're not my own ideas. You know, I've taken something that I saw from somebody else and made it my own, and now you're making it your own. And I think that's what's kind of cool about this community. And the way that Erin Condren now has kind of streamlined their planners and their layouts, I feel is kind of reflecting that, because we want to be able to use our planners in the way that works for us. And what works for me may not work for you, and that's okay. And that's kind of the beauty of this community. So without further ado, let's get into the actual weekly pages. Ta-da! Oh my gosh, this is so weird. This is like my first Erin Condren planner I ever had was a vertical just like this. So this is kind of strange going back to a vertical, but I figured this would be really, really nice for doing YouTube stuff because it has 3 definite boxes. So I could use one box just for to-dos, you know, another box just for like editing, editing and uploading, and then I could do the other box for like video ideas or the videos that are loading that day. And then I also have some note little guys down here too. So I really like this for the YouTube stuff a lot. And honestly, this year I have been so inspired, and I'm gonna leave a link to an Instagram post down below. Or not a post, but like an Instagram account. This gal's name is Jennifer Crowder. I have been loving all of her posts recently, and she has transitioned into a Erin Condren vertical for 2017. And every time I see her stuff, I don't comment all the time, but I always end up thinking to myself, Jennifer, you make me want to go back to a vertical. But anyway, I think I've told her a couple of times, and she's like, what? You want to go back to a vertical because you see mine? I'm like, yes, I do. So anyway, this is kind of a cool way to do that, I think. So I'm really excited to try this out in 2018 and see how the vertical works. The vertical boxes are very different this year in the neutral. So if you're interested in getting the neutral, which is kind of the black and gray scale version, make sure to look at them because I don't believe that they have these header boxes on them at all. It's very different looking. So here's the January, and then, we've got February, which is very cool. I like the transition that they have like a little flag when the first happens, and then it's got the coordinating little petals. So, but I love the color saturation on this paper. I think it just looks really, really nice. And it is a lot thicker, which I appreciate. All right, so I'm not gonna go through all this because I already did it anyways, but, oh, here, and there's the perpetual calendar I'm gonna pull out. And then again, over here, there's that little barcode weird thing, but whatever. All right, so I am going to use this for a pen test because I wanna do a pen test for you guys. I know some of you guys have been kind of interested in that. These are the only pens I could come up with, but I'm gonna do it anyways. And these are just the ones that I have on hand. I'm gonna zoom you guys in a little bit too, because I want you to see the different paper quality. I'm going to use this piece of paper because I will never use any of this, so yeah. The only two like actual pens that I have are the Pilot G2, this is an 05, and there's also a Papermate InkJoy, the Gel 05. I'm not a huge fan of the G2. I feel like they're really messy and they take a lot of time to dry, which I don't like. I don't know, anyway. The Papermate InkJoy gel, I really like that because it doesn't take as much time to dry, and I feel like I don't have to like worry if I like hit it again. I don't know. But when I first started planning, I was into the G2s, and then these came out and I was like, okay, well, I'm into those now. So I am going to do the pen test on here, and then I'll show you the back side of it. I'm also gonna use some permanent markers and stuff too, so you guys can kind of see the quality and the difference as well. All right, so there are my InkJoys, or my InkJoy, my regular ones. You can't see really anything behind it. It does get a little bit raised behind it because there's such a fine point at the 05. All right, so this is my Pilot Ultra Fine. I'll put down here. This is like my favorite permanent marker that I use. I tend to only use these on stickers though, so, I don't really use them on the paper directly. Here's a Micron, and honestly, I think I've only used the Micron for pen tests ever. I got this at a planner event, and I'm not a fan. I don't know why, they're just not my fave. And this is just a regular Sharpie fine point. It's not like the Sharpie ultra fine point. For whatever reason, I think I brought them all to my office, and it's the weekend right now, so I'm just gonna use a regular old Sharpie so you can see the difference. All right, let me zoom you guys in so you can see the back side a little bit better. All right, and I hope the lighting is okay for you guys. All right, so here is everything right here. So then the other side, really the only ones you see are this one, which is the Pilot Ultra Fine Point, and that's right here. And you just really see it where I'm stopping the marker a little bit. And then the Sharpie, obviously you see that, but I'm a little heavy-handed with my writing anyways, so if you guys are interested in any of these pens, I will link them down below via Amazon. If you're interested, I will find them for you. But yeah, that's gonna be it for the pen test. I don't have a ton of different pens, you guys. Maybe I should invest in some pens for doing pen tests, but I've been trying to get rid of certain things in my life because I'm buying a house, or I may have actually already purchased the house by the time this video goes up. I don't know when I'm actually putting it up yet because I am pre-filming a ton of content this weekend. But the less things I have to move, the better. You know what I'm saying? But that is going to be it for my look into my 2018 planners. Again, this is gonna be my YouTube planner. This one will be my personal planner, which I'm very excited to dip into both of these, to be completely honest. But I wanted to give you guys a little bit of an in-depth look. If you guys are interested in purchasing anything from Erin Condren and it's your first time, feel free to use the clickable link down below. It is an affiliate link, just to let you know. If it's your first time ordering from Erin Condren, you'll sign up using that link, you'll put in some information. Erin Condren will send you a couple of emails, and one of those emails will be a $10 off coupon code for your first order. What will happen is you will get that coupon code, and it's gonna be some letters and numbers, and it's gonna just kind of look funny. It's not gonna be like a generic coupon code or anything. It's a coupon code just for you. So if you decide to place an order through Erin Condren, you'll get $10 off your first order, but you just need to put in that code at checkout. You get $10 off of your first purchase, which is great. It doesn't have to be on a planner, it can be on anything else. It can be on a sheet of stickers, it can be on anything you'd like it to be on. But once your item ships, then I get a $10 off coupon code for myself to use on future purchases, which is how I can bring giveaways and show you new products, and it really helps support my channel. So thank you so much to everybody that's used it, and thank you if you do intend to use it at some point. I really, really appreciate it. So anyway, that is it for my look through for my 2018 planners. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Also, make sure to write a comment if you guys have any questions. You can do that right down below. I will get back to as many of you as I can. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and I will talk to you all in my next video. Bye, guys!